The RTX 4060 Ti was first launched a couple of months back, and here we have now in the studio today one of the top models from Gigabyte, the Aorus RTX 4060 Ti Elite 8GB version. NVIDIA's RTX 40 series has been scrutinized by a lot of people due to different reasons such as pricing, weird configuration, small performance uplift as compared to previous generation, and there's also the 12-volt high power issue that high-end cards suffer before. And moreover, the RTX 4060 Ti has its fair share of lag, which I think everyone knows by this time around. And I won't be talking about that today, and instead this video will be focusing on how the 4060 Ti will fare against the 3060 Ti, and if this most expensive model from Gigabyte's 4060 Ti lineup justifies its price premium. But before that, let us just gloss over what to expect when you buy this video card. Just like most cards out there, unboxing this Aorus card is pretty straightforward. You'll get to see the manual and warranty card once you open up the inner box. Underneath the foam, you'll be greeted by the video card itself with its massive heatsink. You'll also be getting a pretty looking Aorus badge that can also be used as a sticker. And that's it. On to the actual video card. As I mentioned a while ago, this 2.5 slot video card is huge and chunky for a 160-watt GPU. This Aorus model is top of the line for the 60 class card and features Gigabyte's WindForce cooling system consisting of 390mm unique bladed fan that spins in an alternate direction that only spins if under load. And it is also aided by the densely packed aluminum fin stack with 4 copper heat pipes directly touching the GPU. To be honest, this is quite an overkill for something that sips so little power, and we will see later what kind of cooling performance this card has to offer. The PCB itself is quite short but still managed to include a dual BIOS switch, while the extra length extends the heatsink beyond the PCB, and a cutout is added at the backplate for better airflow, thus better heat dissipation. Subtle RGB illumination can also be found within the fans and on the Aorus text on the side, which can be changed via Gigabyte's control center. To power this card, you'll be needing a single PCIe 8-pin adapter, and over at the rear, we got 2 DisplayPort 1.4a and 2 HDMI 2.1a. This is also the 8GB model with a boost clock of 2655 MHz, which is around 120 MHz more as compared to the Founders Edition card. For today's benchmark, I'll be pairing this one with my Intel Core i7-12700K with 32GB of DDR5 memory at 5800 MB transfer per second. And besides that, I'll be comparing it directly with my Gigabyte RTX 3060 Ti Eagle for actual generational comparison. And with that out of the way, let us check some of my results. Comparing this to the 3060 Ti, we are roughly getting 5 to 15% difference between the two, and on average, we are seeing a 15% difference on 1080p and 1440p. While not groundbreaking, it is still a noticeable difference, especially if you scale up to 1440p gaming. On top of that, you'll also get RTX 40 series features such as DLSS 3, frame generation, and ray reconstruction as added bonus. Though my sample pool is just 2 games, the results on those ray tracing games show a similar pattern at around 15% difference. And I also included the chart wherein I cranked the settings up but also utilizes the new RTX features. And I was really mind blown how I was able to get better FPS without any perceivable image degradation. And if you're someone who is allergic in seeing high temps, then this model should be on your list, as I am just peaking at 59 degrees Celsius On a 30 degrees Celsius room temperature with this Aorus card and compare this to the Eagle model, we are seeing a huge difference between the two, and what's even more surprising is that the fan was barely audible even on my open test bench. Your temps might differ as you might get a few degrees more if you put this card on an enclosed case, but it should still be around within the same margin. I am also getting a steady boost clock of as high as 2835 MHz while still maintaining those amazing temps. And these results are one of the reasons why these more expensive models exist in the first place. Power pull averages at 159 watts, which is really efficient in my opinion. And as for my thoughts, 4060 Ti cards are still considered mid-range GPU and generally go for 25 to 32,000 Philippine peso depending on the model. Though the GPU shortage is over, GPU prices are still a little bit more expensive than usual due to inflation and overall weak local currency. The lower VRAM and narrow memory bus are also a downside, but I do appreciate the excellent power efficiency that Ada Lovelace cards offer. As for the Aorus Elite model, it is not cheap if you're going to compare it to other 4060 Ti's. The cheapest I could find is around 29,000 Philippine peso, which is around 3 to 4,000 pesos more expensive than the cheapest Gigabyte variant. But then again, the following extra you paid for gets you better die binning, higher boosts, lower temps, quieter card, premium materials, and finally, you get more RGB. And compare this to the base model 3060 Ti that I bought 2 years ago for 35,000 pesos, this card definitely is still a better buy than that before. But if you are someone who is looking for a more compact and cheaper card, then this might not be the right video card for you. So I think that's it for today's video. What are your thoughts on the RTX 4060 Ti, especially on this Aorus Elite model? Comment it down below, and if you like this video, go hit that like button and also do subscribe to my channel for more video card reviews like this one. Once again, this is Brain of Junkyard Summit. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.